Welcome to the Syncopator Familius podcast. My name is Greg Richter. It's Lent 2019. Did you give up anything for Lent? Do you know what Lent is? Lent is of course, starting Ash Wednesday, is the 40 days leading up to Easter, and where we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. A lot of people give something up during Lent as a spiritual practice, as a means of symbolically giving up the things in their life that they need to cleanse themselves of. You need to cleanse yourself of sin, and maybe you give up chocolate, maybe you give up television, maybe you give up social media. I'm horrible at this. I've tried it for years, and I can't do it, and so I confess that. I've just basically given up trying to give up things. And last year, I wrote a column and then read that column as a podcast here, that I gave up anger for Lent. So I just went straight to going past the symbolism and just gave up straight to the anger. And I said at the end of that column, and it's something I've dealt with for years, just like I keep a list. You can go back and listen. It's the third episode of the podcast, or you can look it up on Medium if you want to read the column. But I said that at the end of the column, maybe next year, I would give up doing things that make other people angry. And, Lent is now here the next year, and I'm not giving that up. And it's not because I shouldn't do that, but I think God's been dealing with me the whole year about that, and I'm not saying I've kicked that habit that I never do anything that makes somebody mad at me. I do that, and I'll definitely for the rest of my life do things that make other people angry. But God's been dealing with me about that, and what He's dealing with me this year about is trusting Him. So one of the things that you've kind of, Christians will kind of like, as we sometimes we get a smug attitude. I feel like we talk about people who have a head knowledge of God, but they don't have a heart knowledge. Maybe we don't mean to be smug, but maybe we can get that way about it. And I've kind of got convicted in the past week or so that I've kind of gotten that way. I have a head knowledge, not of God, but of trusting in Him. Like, I've had a lot of issues where I've just kind of like, I just have to trust God. I was like, I trust you, I trust you, I trust you. And in my prayers, I'm like, I trust you, God, I trust you. And then I realized I'm not really trusting Him. And I can say it over and over again. And so I realized I'm just kind of like those people that are kind of have a head knowledge of God, but they don't have a heart knowledge. Well, I have a head knowledge that I trust God, and I know He's going to provide in my head, but it hasn't moved to my heart. So that's what I'm trying to give up. This Lent season, I'm trying to give up the mere head knowledge of trust and move it into my heart. So pray for me, and we'll see how that goes. I guess I'll keep you informed. Since I'm asking you to pray for me, I guess I'll have to keep you informed how that's going. And I'll also have to be a little better at doing regular podcasts. I've kind of gotten off of the weekly schedule. We will see how that goes, and that's it. Kind of a short podcast this week, I guess. You can read more about last year's resolution. I've got the free ebook out there, The Beatitudes. It's out there on smashwords.com. It's free for Smashwords. For download. If you don't want to go there, you can see where to download it online, or you can just read it online. That's available at my Twitter page, which is just at OWENTEW. And that's just an old, sometimes pen name that I use. If that sounds confusing, why I use that name instead of my real name. But that book is available for free, and please feel free to leave a review of it. It's still on Amazon, and they won't let me offer it for free on Amazon, so it's 99 cents on Amazon. So I don't suggest you buy it there, but if you want to leave a review there, please do. If you like it. If you hate it, you can leave a review there too, but I'd like it better if you like it. So anyway, send me some comments with what you're doing for Lent. What are you giving up for Lent? Send them to me on Twitter. We'll have a conversation. I'm still working on a podcast on this Bible verse in relation to online heated discussion. So here's the verse. It's Romans 12, 17 and 18. Repay no one evil for evil. Respect what is honorable in the sight of all men. If it is possible, as much as it is up to you, be at peace with all men. So that's going to be an upcoming podcast. If you've got anything you want me to include, please send me a note on Twitter or find me on Facebook and leave me a note there, and I'll be glad to include that. Otherwise, that's it for this week, and we will see you again next week. Thanks for listening, and again, check out the book, and God bless. Thanks for listening to the Syncopator Familius podcast. Copyright 2019 Pharaoh's Drawers Productions. You can download my free ebook, The Beatitudes and Other Spiritual Lessons from Everyday Life, at smashwords.com.